have our being in something. We are a product of something. But when you look at the average human being, either what is called an educated human being or a non-educated human being, you find extraordinarily few people who think on these things. They go along and then they expect to have little things occur in their body that throws them off balance or out of kilter, and then sometimes they get a bit of a headache or something of that kind. Sometimes they're very cast down, at other times they're lifted on high, and so on. But the number of people in the Western world particularly who think on these things is very small. Now, the fact that we do recognize the outstanding fact of our existence, that we do live in not only shows that we are sure really on our way and certain, and I do hope that realization intellectually, but that we shall be able to, so to speak, turn on something. Just pulling the switch. It's very easy if we keep it simple. But if we begin to let our minds run along into strong intellectual lines, we shall lose it. It's purely a matter of feeling it. Just as you might put the tips of your fingers together, the tips of one hand, of the fingers of one hand facing the other, and by just a slight relaxation and so on, you'll be able to feel tremendous force in the fingertips, varying, of course, according to the manner in which we can relax. Well, when you once find this, it's rather fun to watch it. Then it leads you on to finer things than that. I remember once asking a man if he had ever been still, and he really didn't know what I meant. Then when I began to try to explain, I said, well, have you ever been still so that you have imagined that you can hear things coming to you out of the air, out of the silence? Why, he was quite sure that I was just a lunatic. But that's how it is. Now, you see, we must be very patient with ourselves. You can understand how, if it were possible for you to go to an ashram in India or to any guru, if it were possible to find him in far western China or in the lower Himalayas, you would find that he wouldn't be at all interested in teaching you. He would be very interested in the first 2 or 3 months showing you or advising you to be still and to be quiet and to look at things and see whether you can see them and to feel for things and also see if you can see them and so on. So, my beloved, be patient with yourselves and with me, because we're trying to put into just a few evenings that which should take us several months. But it's better to do what you can do than to cry about that which seems impossible. Now, we did very well in the posture last night, I think. Those of you whose heads I touched, or whose body I touched in any way, you, I hope, have got 2 cushions tonight. And then watch as you take up your sevenfold position tonight, so that we shall have a more or less ordered circle. Do not, if you're here on this side of the hall, have your heads that way in a sort of semicircle. Don't sit down higgledy-piggledy, so that when you lie down, one will be facing one with his head to the north and one with his head to the south, and the same over here. But we shall do it all right. So now, shall we quietly take up the sevenfold position? Those of you who still have a little difficulty in hearing me, come right over close to me, will you please? watch, just look behind you to see whether other people have got plenty of room. Don't get too near to each other. By no means touch another body. Get now into what you consider to be a good sevenfold position. All right, close your eyes. Now think of your buttocks and feel that your buttocks are as big as they can be, occupying as much room on the floor as possible and to be comfortable. Then you come up the spine. Now the two hip bones, if you were to measure, they would be perfectly level, horizontal. That is a horizontal line. Now you come up the body, over the small of the back, then up to between the shoulders, the lunar center, now up to the shoulders, and the base of the brain, the back of the neck. Now just see whether that is quite straight, and if it doesn't seem to be straight, then just adjust yourself a little bit. You might feel that a little tightness, for example, under one of the shoulder blades. Well, just move yourself a little to see whether you can get that free, so that you gradually get, and don't move please, so that you gradually get an idea of perpendicularity, looking downwards, from the base of the brain, the back of the neck, right down through to the coccyx, to the tip of the tailbone. Now you see a perfectly straight line. Moreover, you feel that it's straight. It isn't twisted in any way. The ribs are perfectly comfortable, and you feel that the ribs are taking the weight, generally speaking, of the whole of the front of the body and the back too. Now we come down over the front of the body. The neck, the shoulders are quite level, not one a little more forward than the other, not one a little more downward than the other. Then you come down. Now the knees, the palms of the hands over the knees. Oh yes, this is very good. Now don't screw yourself up into some unnatural position. There's one man here who's got his elbows almost into his groin. Now, just analyze again. Now, are you perfectly comfortable? Do you feel that there is a sort of a general feeling all over the body? There is not a pointed feeling in any particular part of the body. And sit upright. Otherwise, if you don't try to sit upright, if you don't try to get your spine straight, well then obviously you cannot get the fineness of the force going right through the whole body, because it can only go naturally through the spine. Now that's very good. Now will you try tonight not to move? Discipline yourself. Don't move. Just right now, issue the command to yourself, now to your body. Now you do as I'm going to tell you tonight. Stay still. Don't move. Don't slump. Now that is excellent. Now real breathing, mind. I can't be everywhere, nor can I see everywhere. I might be able to feel, but then I get too late when I turn around. Now, real breathing. All together we exhale. Now in. Hold it. In. Hold it. Now a finer, quicker breath. In. Hold it. Now a big sniff inward. Another, and possibly another one. Hold it. Now pull. Pull, only up to the elbow. Pull. Pull, and analyze if you can the feeling as it extends itself all over the body. Pull. No dropping anywhere. All together we exhale. Now then, watch, watch. Don't get alarmed and puff and pant. Just watch, perfectly still. Now the possibility is that you already feel something endeavoring to make itself felt for you or to you. That's very good. Now, a little better. That last breath, try to get in, the tiniest little bit more, is more important than any during the whole of the breath. Now, all together we exhale. No, stop. Now somebody coughed. I don't know where it was. Didn't you feel that? Watch yourself. We're trying to do things that we know very little about. If you want to cough, watch the opportunity. But don't go in there and rip that vibration to bits. Now we'll have to start again. Now all together we exhale. Now in. Hold it. In. Hold it. Now then in. Feeling it everywhere in the lungs, right up through. Hold it. Now a big sniff. Now another one. Now, if possible, another one. Now, pull. Now, pull evenly, with all as if your whole body is pulling, pulling. Hold it. We exhale. Now, my beloved, watch. Is it rising? Do you feel it rising? Do you feel it in the head a little? You feel the pressure now? Watch it, see what it feels like, register it, so that at any time you can immediately recognize it. Very good. Now try, I'm expecting too much very likely, but never mind, try that there be no tension in your thinking. As you're thinking about your body, and as you're bringing in the breath and thinking that you're hoping you're doing the right thing, let there not be any tension in the thinking process. You're issuing the command, and according to your own, what shall I say, power of subconscious feeling, so you will instruct your body. Now just one or two of you, I'm teaching, don't think I'm criticizing, one or two of you over here, drop the head a little bit. That's better. Some of you recognize that it was you. Now we'll breathe this breath once more, and better than we breathed it. Now just glory in the posture. Analyze the posture. The more you know about anatomy, just balance the posture at the top of the body, then below, in the lower parts of the body. Balance the feeling in the chest with the feeling in the knees. Balance the feeling in the buttocks with perhaps the feeling in the toes or the soles of the feet. Then at the lower part of the body, balance that with the top of your head, or what seems to be the inside of your head. It's great fun to balance and see how every movement that you make has to be balanced with many, many other invisible movements. Now, one more breath. Now, all together, we exhale. I think we can do better. Shall we try? Don't let me tire you, but the deeper that breath, the more truly balanced, vigorous that breath, the better it is. Now, we'll completely empty the body. Now, all together, we exhale. That's more like it. Now, in. Hold it. In. Hold it. Now, a finer. In. Hold it. Now a big sniff inward. Another one. Another one. Now pull. Firmly, gently, powerfully. Pull. 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 Hold it. We exhale. Now watch. Now you feel it in your head. If it doesn't come to you as a direct feeling, imagine that you feel it in your head. It's rising. It's at the top of the cranium. It seems to be as if the feeling is that it's endeavoring to escape out through the cranium. There it may be a little tingling or tickling sensation at the root of the hair. It may be that your ears are slightly popping very gently. It may be that you feel it in the back of your head down towards the back of your neck. Now you have the feeling. Now it's dying down. Let it die down, and you hold, so to speak, the residue of it. Now endeavor to feel that that is being crystallized. All that is there is in your head, and it's all crystallized. Now it's coming together, so to speak. And now we just issue the command. It's flowing into my eyes. How clear everything is. How free. Now the feeling in your eyes is free. It gives you a feeling of openness, of uninterruptedness in any way. My eyes. And now you feel your eyes in a gentle, most pleasant glow. Thoughts pass infinitely quicker through your mind than words can come out of my mouth. So therefore watch what you feel. It may be that it will seem a sort of pandemonium of feeling, but then when you rest within yourself and you order it, it begins to show pictures or bring very distinct feelings. I thank thee, Lord, for my eyes. Let your thought bring to you many sensations, and out of those sensations hold to those that are stronger. Now before your eyes comes that beautiful scene. How easily it forms itself. I see on the left of me a little patch of green grass with some low, very delicately colored flowers around the plot of grass. Then, coming inward toward the center, I see a great tree. Oh, so old, an ugly tree, but it's very beautiful because of its age. Its gnarled bark, and there it stood. What a book it could write. And then I look around and I see various flowering shrubs and all kinds of beauty, different colored rocks. The very earth seems to be laughing in its different colors. Then, why, I notice that I can see nothing but this. This scene takes up the whole of the area of my vision. And now it seems to be going from me. I am anchored like a rock, but the scene just seems to go from me, very slowly, as if on parallel lines. But the one great and glorious enigma of it all is its great light. It is as if one can imagine 1,000 suns bringing their light upon this scene. It's altogether etherealized. It seems that it is all unnatural, and yet it is the natural light intensified 1,000 times, so that I can see every tiniest part as it moves slowly out into the middle distance. And there it goes again, still slowly beyond, slowly, and of course it becomes smaller the further it goes. But the light is not changed in the slightest degree. It started out occupying the whole area of my vision, and now it is like a sort of oblong or square mosaic, but its light is staggeringly wonderful. And there it is now, right out on what is called the horizon, far away out. It's like a chiseled mosaic or a very delicate etching in color. Now I play with it. My eyes can do whatever I command them. That light is coming toward me. The whole scene moves and enlarges. It comes right up again and occupies the whole area of my vision, and then goes out again, just as I will it, with not the slightest interior change. My eyes, how wonderful are my eyes. I thank thee, Lord, for my eyes. The Creator is within me, looking out on the universe through my eyes. Now, in a moment of silence together, let us think of how we have abused our eyes and not allowed them, or not followed what they have been constantly endeavoring to do. How often we have looked but never seen, and how often have we seen that which is not there. How many people, I wonder, have we injured through our eyes, not seeing what they were looking at. Now, just practice a little moment. Now, when the feeling is at its intensest height, put it into your camera, put it into your feeling, so that you have power, you show yourself you have power to lay it down, and tomorrow you'll show yourself that you have power to take it up again. I thank thee, Lord, for my eyes. And now, just with a little feeling as natural as can be within you, you issue the order to your ears, to the power to flow into your ears. And there it is, as even as can be, bringing you that delightful glow again, bringing you a feeling that perhaps you've never experienced before, that amazes you at your own hearing. You can hear the tiniest tick of the tiniest watch. You can hear the E string on a violin played by a practiced violinist. Oh, so clear and resonant. You can hear the voice in the silence. You can hear the very atmosphere in song. You can hear within you the echo of your own spirit. You can hear the eternal command of life itself, lifting you up, lifting you up. You feel it now. And if I be lifted up, I draw all men unto me. You can hear sounds that come to you from the far past, when you were a little child. You can hear the roar of a great river or the Niagara. You can be carried away and feel it reverberating right through your whole physical body. The roar of thunder in a storm. You can hear the essence of the gentleness of life itself. You hardly know whether you hear or whether you feel. They are one and the same. But this I know, it is the Creator within me, listening to the sounds of the universe through my ears. Purify thou my ears. And now, my beloved, in that delightful stillness within you, you issue that command to my nostrils. Endeavor to watch the fleeting thoughts that come, indicating the beauty, the integrity, the loveliness, the accuracy of your nostrils. The right nostril ever at work, rhythmically bringing into the body the positive force of existence. The left nostril ever at work, conveying into you the negative force of existence. And now you watch your nostrils, you feel your nostrils. Fragrances come and fall upon your nostrils and change almost unwittingly to you. Oh, how perfectly pure is the prana, is the air of life. Right now you can feel the purity that one can only dream about. The balance, the absolute accuracy. You feel at this instant the wisdom that directs your nostrils. How great is God, how great are the winds that convey the wisdom of God. The wind of my nostrils. I thank thee, Lord, for my nostrils. And now, my mouth. whilst I have a mouth, and whilst I may know much about many sounds, how impotent I feel to express the truth of my mouth, the truth of the one individualized channel that is my mouth, through which the living word comes forth on its way to manifestation and creation. The Creator is within me, speaking forth the fiat of existence. Through my mouth there flows the truth. And if I be wise, only the truth that comes forth in the creative word of life. That which goeth into the mouth is considered by many people to be that which defileth. But how immeasurably more true is it that that which cometh out of the mouth defileth the man, adoring the wisdom and the vibration of creative sound. And so, my beloved, we see the Father's house, we see the root of all the many mansions. When we think of all creation and all that is created as another recognizable mansion of the Father's house, then how utterly infinite is life. The thoughts that we think, the sensations that pass, like the wind of wisdom at eventide, the hopes, the longings, the determinations, the creations. In my Father's house are many mansions. And it is to be hoped that all of us will so submit ourselves that that which is within us, that bears the legend of age and enduring things, shall show us more than any individualized words can ever do. Our heart is the great indicator and teacher. And now, my beloved, let us gently, ever so gently, just quietly open our eyes halfway. Look out just upon whatever you see. You see objects, you see things, you see people, you see forms, you see different lights. Then close your eyes again and see whether it disturbs you to come from one state of mind to another. When you're still and your eyes are shutting out all light of an exterior nature, you sink, do you not? You seem to sink into a deeper light, It may be the blackness of the golden midnight. It may be as black can be. Then, as you watch and as you feel, it transmutes itself until you're in the very center of the light of the Spirit. Now, let us endeavor to examine our feeling. See, if you can, what difference comes when you use your brain or you get any cognizance of mind action. What a difference between the recognition of mind action and the non-recognition in deep and holy placidity within your head. And now we will endeavor in a moment or two to allow the light to so formulate itself that we become immersed in it. A most delightful, even delightful physical sensation. Then we look out as it seems, but whether it be looking out or looking up or looking down or looking in, we know not, because it is one universality of feeling. Then we will see that whilst we are seated or lying on the floor, the feeling may be as if we're traveling. And we do it so much more often than we're aware of. When the mind is peaceful, you may take off, so to say. It may be for just a second or two, but it may be in that second or two, as we measure time, that which you learn, which will never be forgotten. It may not be used, but it will be stored up oracally, and in further use it will be multiplied and multiplied and multiplied. And then the time will come, we have no words, you see, but you get the meaning, I hope. The time will come when you will know the things that came to you as you rested in the silence of yourself. Now I think, my beloved, we will practice quietly. Now tonight, endeavor first not to go to sleep. Endeavor to let the body obey you. The body must be pliable and sensitive to your own feeling of thought. So try not to go to sleep. Some of you did last night, but that's forgivable. But endeavor to keep awake. And then, as we endeavored last night, so again tonight. But tonight it will be more successful. And the person who is disturbed a little now, lie on your back right now, only you. Lie on your back. And now think down and imagine your toes. Imagine that you see your toes. Don't think or feel upward so that you agitate your throat. Think downward and get the picture of your own toes. And then watch tomorrow what you eat. Take no carbons of any kind. Plenty of good, clear, fluid, water, fruit juice. Don't allow yourself to be disturbed in that manner. Now, my beloved, we will gently take our pillows from under us, and then we will lie on our back and be quite sure, with as little effort or little disturbance, be quite sure that you're absolutely horizontal and your body is straight. Now, be patient with me. Now, the right foot over the left foot. See that you're comfortable in that. See that the movement of the feet doesn't disturb the buttocks, making one buttock perhaps a little higher than the other. Then watch your abdomen is quite comfortable. Then your neck. See that your neck is comfortable, so that the head is not subject to any pressure